that Trump court case is going to be fun. Here at Open Mic, we like to start the show with a few stories or a hot take on a story that you're not likely to see anywhere else. Now, I live in Maryland, I work here in D.C., and I grew up in Stafford, Virginia. So my shenanigans should all make good sense to you. I'm a dad joke-packing DMV homer. So let's roll. We're going to begin this fine show at FedEx Field, where there is actually good news for a change. Washington Commanders rookie Brian Robinson was cleared for full practice and could even play this Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. Now, let me remind you what happened to Robinson. He got shot twice in the leg during a robbery attempt.
All right, I have some good news I want to share. Commanders running back Brian Robinson was cleared by the doctors today, and his head coach Ron Rivera says if everything goes fine this week, there's a good chance he'll play on Sunday. If you remember, Robinson was shot multiple times in a robbery attempt in Northeast D.C. back on August 28th. The team will activate Robinson to participate fully in practice on Wednesday. The Commanders have 21 days to move Robinson to the active roster. For head coach Ron Rivera, this is the boost the team needed.
It's hopefully going to be a nice shot in the arm, kind of what we were, and hopefully we get what we were expecting to get. And that's, the other quality running back that we're looking for.
We really sure that shot in the arm was the perfect metaphor to use there? Aside from that, this is an unbelievable comeback. Now, Robinson could possibly return to play less than 2 months after being shot. Can you imagine what that must have been like for him? Now, we know that this team needs a spark. Maybe having their rookie star running back return to the field after such a harrowing ordeal is just what the doctor ordered to boost morale and inspire this team to play better. Or maybe they'll still lose games. Whatever the case, having Brian Robinson back on the field is a win in itself. And that's enough to get me to tune in this Sunday, regardless of the scoreboard. Headed into D.C. for this next story, where the City Council has passed a bill that would fine food delivery drivers for blocking traffic in the city. Now that bill just needs the signature of Mayor Muriel Bowser to go into effect. Right? So on the one hand, we've got great news for drivers in D.C. and people using bike lanes. But then also bad news for people who want their food delivered quickly. Y'all might want to start ordering from places that have plenty of parking nearby. Otherwise, those meals could get cold while Grubhub guy is circling the block for a 10th time, waiting for a spot to open up. Or they're just going to call you and demand you meet them on the street, wearing your onesie and slippers so they don't have to get out the car. Now, I understand fully why this bill exists, because I have seen drivers block everything from bus lanes to whole streets while picking up orders. Just know that it's a double-edged sword that will cut the hands of lazy people who want a hot meal but aren't willing to get off the couch and prepare one. Chose this next story because it's both surreal and totally on brand. Former President Donald Trump filed a $475 million defamation suit against CNN, focusing primarily on the term "the big lie," in reference to Trump's false claims of widespread fraud that he claims cost him the 2020 presidential election. So let me get this straight. Trump is suing the network for damaging his reputation for reporting on a false claim that he himself continues to make to this day. Well, I'm glad that I didn't know that this was an option in middle school. I would have sued my teachers for defamation, for calling my parents anytime I didn't do my homework.
Mrs. Smith, you have besmirched my dignity and ruined my good name. You also got me grounded. I'll see you in court. But I am willing to settle for 1 week of no homework and longer recess.
About that headshot, though. Money, right? Now, didn't Trump post a gif of himself tackling and beating up CNN from his presidential account? Yeah, he did that. And that might be Exhibit A in a countersuit. Besides, don't his lawyers have more important things to worry about, like, I don't know, classified documents, FBI raids? Now, this could all be a diversionary tactic to take the attention away from the Mar-a-Lago raid, along with his company's legal issues in New York. But I can't prove that, so don't quote me. Don't quote me. I do not need any ex-presidents serving me papers. Lawyers are expensive, and no one's sending me money while IT's running for office. Let's head back to D.C. for this next story, where satirical website The Onion has filed a 23-page Supreme Court brief supporting a man who was arrested and prosecuted for making fun of an Ohio police force on social media. We have seriously done this, people. We have gotten to a point where the most popular satirical website in the world has to come to the defense of people's right to publish satire. What happened to everybody's sense of humor? Where'd it go? This story is of particular significance to me, since this show is full of parodies. Who wants to live in a world where people can be arrested for poking fun at the things that powerful people say or do? Not to imply that I have any power at all, especially looking like that. This is America, not North Korea. We do have certain unalienable rights: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to roast people, places, and things, all in the public eye and mercilessly online. Within reason, of course. It's right there in Amendment number 1. The Supreme Court justices, they don't have to look far to find it. They should have it memorized at this point. But at least one of them really likes beer, so who knows? We must protect parody at all costs. Otherwise, the world would be a really boring place, right? If parody isn't protected and your social media feed becomes drier than the Sahara Desert, well, just don't say that I didn't warn you.